particular, reminding us why he was considered the best support in LPL for quite a period of time, especially during the BLG peak of 2024. But Arha, after gaming, want to join them, and they want to knock down BLG a peg. If Schwinn makes a gank on the bot side, the magical journey. Hello, old friend. Unfortunately, it's a gank against you, and Schwinn picks up first blood.
Yeah, there was no ward to be able to spot that out, and on T-steps.
Definitely thought that BLG were about to send another magical journey over the wall. They're gonna do it anyway. Double cosmic binding lands, and Arha unfortunately assists in the play for BLG, giving Elk another death.
Kind of this very high octane jungler who wants to help out the bot lane, wants to get around the map. JJ actually does have the second highest KP of all junglers, so he really wants to make sure that he is the guy. So it really puts emphasis on needing to have a solid early to mid game here for Elk, and so far it's not a solid early game as Zika. Oh boy.
Well, Schwinn was left behind, didn't get to ride with the Uber. Zika manages to flash away, still has public execution if they want to re-engage under the tower. And, I don't know if BLG intended to leave the Xin Zhao behind, but Schwinn notices that JJ just uses Vault Breaker, forced to flash over the wall. He follows it up, sees him assist, buys some time. Zika, does he have public execution available? It's actually already been used, and On ensures that JJ goes down first, but it's traded back, and Zika gets the shutdown onto the Xin Zhao. Arha now trying to lock up On. There's no magical journey for him to escape. Zenith Blade will connect. Zika needs to be able to get in range to start using his abilities. Xiaohu, can he join over the wall? Yes, he can. The shifting sands.
And very cautious about where they step. Xiaohu's not, though.
Xiaohu doesn't quite find the angle, and now forced to use the Ember's Divide just to push them away, but doesn't find anything. Forced to flash over the wall. Knight will follow thanks to the magical journey. The quick flash from On for the Cosmic Binding Slow, and the Empowered Room Prison. Knight will say, thank you very much, Tiger. I'll take that kill. The mid lane has Equalizer ready. Already past level 13, so that Equalizer being rank 2 is going to hurt a lot as long as they can get the lockdown prepped up for it. Tempered Fate goes wide. Elk sidesteps it. Bin is locked down by the Leona CC. Public execution on top. Bin flashes away to reposition. On is the first one to drop. Schwinn answers back. The Equalizer's great, but it's not that much damage coming through. Knight finally steps up and looks to turn it around, but Xiaohu is right on his tail. The flash from Elk looking for Schwinn as he flashes out of the piercing arrow's range, but Weibo have control, and they will deny the third dragon away from BLG.
Crucially, gets taken down way too low. He can't continue the fight, has to burn his flash as well. And so BLG just without any real
cover his little Tiger, make sure that he's not going down. Ember's Divide. Does he not know that everyone else is here? Oh no, Xiaohu went for the play.
Good
the
flash.
Equalizer goes completely wide. Good flash
No
by
way.
Xiaohu, as you called. Zika with the public execution. Temper Fate will hold him into stasis. He cannot follow up. Things looked incredibly dicey for both teams at various points, but it ends up with no one going down.
Yup. I mean, it started off rough there from Xiaohu, as now BLG are looking to go back in.
Going back in with the Realm Warp. Knight has a free access to Xiaohu on the right side. The rest of Weibo Gaming are forced off by the Crescent Guard. Xiaohu gets dropped. Arha will go next, and BLG try to rally around through Knight's rise. And just like that, Quacks, it's been a little bit messy, but BLG are tenacious, trying to push their advantage forward. Bin gets snagged by the Chain of Corruptions, but Elk gets dropped! He didn't have flash from the fight prior! Zika will trade on to Bin, but now there's no one else to defend this Mbessa from saving the turret, from saving his own life. They're juggling the turret aggro, but they finally take out the turret damage, and now there's nowhere else for Zika to run. He's trying to use his passive, and the Drake Hound stands to make his grand escape, but it only ends up being a one-way trip.
Onto Weibo, and it just doesn't feel like they have the health bars necessary to fight back. Not to mention, Varus is super late to rejoin this fight as we're going back to live.
I remember this spot was detrimental to BLG, but they're the ones that get the first trap sprung onto Xiaohu and JJ. And with a clean execution on both the jungle and mid lane, and the Baron is up, this could be a free Baron for BLG.
Have a chance at being able to contest this. You can see Zika is on the bot side. We'll be able to get this turret, but it's a consolation prize at best right now, Rafa. BLG are running over this game with unrelenting aggression, and it's going to get a whole lot worse. All of them are kind of on a timer to make things happen. You can see they're looking for a cross map onto this top side. Just try and get some gold into these carries that desperately need it, so that when the soul rolls around in about 5 minutes time, they'll be better prepared. But I feel like it is still super difficult because there's a lot of standing gold on the map. There's still all tier 2s currently alive, so BLG can collect those with the Baron empowered minions.
Yeah, and now BLG have full control of this bottom jungle quadrant at the cost of losing a little bit of their top side, but these are the consolation prizes they are happy to give over, considering that Weibo Gaming don't really have any other choice in trying to fight BLG head on. Behind their backline to make sure that BLG cannot immediately jump on top of them. Solar Flare onto Knight. Cease and desist will follow up. The rest of BLG have to run. Emperor's Divide onto the golden left hand. He flashes to the right side. He makes it out alive. And Bin has teleported to the play. Knight's Realm Warp will reposition them on the left side, dodging out from Xiaohu's flank. And now BLG will run the rest of Weibo Gaming back to their second tier turret.
And BLG, another fight win now, will be able to take down that second tier turret that you mentioned, Rafa. And it felt like a little bit of a disjointed engage there from Weibo, because...
And if they're able to carry this momentum forward, Viper, flash and a cleanser available, but Temper Fate will stall this pick for now. Flash to the left. Arcane shifts backwards, and Schwinn makes the difference with the space. Knight is now the next target, but he cancels Jedge's ulti with the stasis. Emperor's Divide doesn't push him all the way back. It was into the wall. He still goes down. Can Viper clean out this fight? Zika onto the backline, eliminates both carries, but Bin on, and Schwinn can still press the engage forward. And it's only their former teammate left alive on the side of Weibo Gaming. It might not be enough for BLG to push in for the end, but there is still a Baron to play for.
And unironically, Mark, that might have been Weibo's most successful engage this game so far, because they look onto Knight.
Because it looked kind of weird that Knight didn't get pushed all the way through with the Emperor's Divide, but...
It was a little weird.
It was definitely strange, but at the end of the day, Weibo still knocked down Knight and gave him his first death of the game, and the result is still the same.
Bit further, have his back and are able to reinforce him if things get a little bit dicey. That Baron buff is also still active, so they can continue the siege onto the outskirts of Weibo's base. I'm curious if there's going to be a trigger pull by either side, because I believe this Baron buff still has a minute and a half, so yeah, this turret is gone. If Weibo want to try and save their inhibitor, I feel like they're going to have to be the ones that pull the trigger, but we've seen it so many times, Rafa. It's really difficult to pull the trigger effectively against this BLG comp with how tanky even their backline is at this point.
Yep. No flash, no cleanse, no problem. Viper can still survive with an arcane shift and the items that he has gone for, giving him extra durability. I didn't see if he got the Endless Hunger yet, but if he does, I mean, the Omni-Van is so oppressive to deal with in a kit like this Ezreal. BLG have quickly done away with the inhibitor turret on the bot side. They move mid. Temper Fate does not land on Weibo Gaming, but it does push them back momentarily. Get some procs onto the plate. Solar Flare onto Bin. Chain of Corruptions, but good use of the Mikhails from On to save his top laner from any follow-up. The next minion wave pushes in. The inhibitor turret should fall on this push. The bot inhibitor is also suspect to dying. Rest of BLG being very clean in their siege and methodical. The type of play that BLG fans want to see for this 2026 roster.
Yep, double inhibitor, and now you can see the wave in top is stacking, is pushing, so they're going to look for a triple inhib. Weibo have to scramble to try and save that part, but look at the rest of the lanes. I mean, the minion wave is seeping in from the bot side. The mid lane wave is also pushed, and Bid has a flank.
The call is coming from inside the house. Bin with the equalizer cuts off their retreat path, and the rest of BLG can just swarm on in. Flamethrower turned up to 11 and burns down Arha, and the rest of BLG will put game 1 to rest, and they will now advance to match point in this series.
Elk waving hello to his former teammates from inside the base, because he can do not much else. His old support gonna keep him company in the fountain with his dead body. BLG, a clean and certain